All right, how's everybody doing? So I have a couple big projects coming early 2020, but I had a couple of small videos that I wanted to make to kind of get this channel back in the algorithm, get some content back flowing again, just get things started up. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about, one of the things that's been nagging at me, is this idea I have for a really good New Year's resolution that I think we as a society can make. Not that this has to be the whole society, but on an individual level, I think almost everybody in modern society, especially here online, could really benefit from this. So over the last few weeks, I've observed some things, and without going into huge tangents on each particular side story and stuff, it's just a couple of things that started to pile into my mind, like watching my girl run around Christmas Eve, darn near in tears, trying to get like Christmas stuff, Christmas dinner and everything, like perfect for everybody, right? Myself, spending 30, 45 minutes making 4, 5, 6 wardrobe changes before I went out into public for really simple things. People stressing out over stuff that really, if you really put some thought into it, it doesn't make sense to stress out over. But we do, because we have alpha personalities. We are driven people. We care a lot about our appearance. We're always going and we're always trying to perfect everything we do. And this is something that we're constantly told more and more nowadays, especially in the younger generations. If you're in your early 20s or your teens right now, I feel really bad for you, because this is something that's been probably drilled into you constantly since you reached adolescence. You gotta hustle, you gotta grind, you gotta live the struggle, you gotta be on it 24/7 if you want to achieve success in life, if you want to have money, if you want to have clout. And if you don't have money or clout, then you're nobody and you failed at life. And look, on one hand, there is a lot of truth in that in some ways, right? For I see a lot of people all the time out there in the world. I encounter people who are jealous of other people who have things that they don't, right? Who are jealous of people who have money, who are jealous of people who have notoriety, who are jealous of people who have X, Y, whatever, and feel that that is undeserved. But the reality of the situation is that if you are one of those people, right, and you view a lot of the people around you who are successful with resentment or anger because you feel like they have something that you don't and you want and you should have, the reality is you probably don't even comprehend the amount of work that went into that person getting where they're at. You probably don't comprehend the amount of sleepless nights, the amount of missing out on time with friends and time to have relationships and time to see your family and sometimes time to eat. And a lot of times that stuff is a requirement for any upper level of success. And the people who get that success without those things often can't maintain it. It's flash in the pan, 15 minutes of fame, notoriety, and then it goes away. And then they're often worse off than they were before. However, I would argue, now sitting at the end of my 20s, looking back, now that that decade of my life is functionally over, the exception of a couple days, I look back and I think to myself that that necessarily wasn't the best use of my time. Like, if I could go back, I think that I would do some things different. Amongst those things, I think I would definitely spend a lot more time enjoying what I do have, right? And enjoying the moment that I'm in. Because no amount of cash, right? And no amount of going around on the internet, you know, throwing that cash at people, which, by the way, quick thing, I want to let you know, I was watching a whole bunch of these weird, like, flexing videos on, like, TikTok and Instagram the other day. If you have any, like, practice at holding real money, if you're aware of what it feels like and looks like and how it acts, you'd be surprised how much of those people are throwing around fake money and driving around rented cars. So don't even buy into all that hype, right? Because you're already measuring yourself against a level of success that is not real, right? Most of those people don't have that level of affluence that they claim to have or try and depict themselves as having anyway. But even if you did, no amount of money and no amount of clout can make you a happy person, can make you enjoy your time on this world. First off, let me just say that that is an easy excuse, right? That's an easy trap for us to fall into, and that a lot of us fall into, and that I myself have fallen into many times in my life. That the reason that we're not happy is because we don't have enough, right? Because we don't have the money that everybody else has. We don't have this that everybody else has. We don't have the relationships that everybody else has, yada, yada, yada. And that's why we're not happy. But the reality of the situation is that I could right now give you $10 million and 1 million Instagram followers and a physically perfect significant other. And after a couple of days, when the initial adrenaline rush of your huge windfall has worn off, the reality is that you will go right back to being a miserable, unhappy person if that's what you were already. You will fall into the same trap that a lot of people do when they have nothing, and a lot of people do when they have achieved some level of success, which is that it's never enough, right? Now I have $100,000, but now I need to get 1 million. Now I have $1 million. Now I need to get 2 million. It's even worse, I think, for people with like social media notoriety, because now I'm getting 100,000 views a day, but now I need to get 500,000 views a day. And God forbid those numbers start falling off and I start losing a little bit of notoriety. It'll never be enough. It'll never be enough. The only way to be happy is to learn to be happy with what you have in the moment that you're in, right? Ask anybody who is 30 or, God forbid, 40 or 50, and they would do anything. They would give up anything, I guarantee it, to be 10 or 15 years younger again. Maybe not, if you're 30, you probably don't want to be 15 years younger again, but certainly 10 years younger. And the reality is that's because when you're young, right, and it lessens as you get older and older, you have this gift of youth and vibrance that you will never ever get again. You have this amazing thing that no amount of grinding, no amount of hustle, no amount of struggle will ever get back for you. You only get it once. And if you waste that trying to have some other thing instead or on top of that, before you realize it, you will turn around and you will realize that that is gone and that you would rather have had those years to spend more wisely than whatever success you gained as a result of that. So here's the thing. I'm not telling you to make your New Year's resolution, I'm going to be lazy, I'm not going to do anything this year, I'm just going to sit back and relax. Because a lot of times, especially if you are a naturally driven and motivated person, that's just going to make you more miserable, right? You're going to sit there going, oh, I'm not doing anything, oh, I'm not, achieving anything, I'm not pushing towards a goal, and that's just going to make you more depressed and more stressed out. All I'm asking you, and I'm asking that we all do, that I'm asking we all make our New Year's resolution, is to stop putting so much weight on the things that we have and the numerical values that we attach to those things and how other people judge us as a reflection of that. And spend just a little bit more time looking at the moment around us and going, you know what? This is a really great moment. This is a really great day. This is a really great year that I will never live again. And be grateful for whoever you have in your life, whatever friends or family or significant others you do have in your life. And don't spend so much time focused on what you don't have. Be grateful for the 10 real life friends that you have, and don't worry so much about the 1 million Instagram followers that you don't have, right? Just be grateful for what you have. And spend a little bit more time enjoying the real time around us, because eventually you will get to a point, if you do not do this, where you look back and go, holy shit, I wish I had done that. And at that point, it is too late. There is no way to get that chance back. The opportunity is gone forever. No amount of striving or struggling or hustling can ever bring that back to you. You only get one chance to enjoy your time. And you don't know where you're going to be tomorrow or what will happen tomorrow. So you better enjoy it today. That's all I have to say, guys. Have a happy new year. Sometime around the 1st, probably, will be the first of my big video projects that's going to come out, which is part 1 of a 2-part kind of investigation into gambling scams on the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. It's pretty interesting. Subscribe if you want to see that. Leave a like. Let me know what your goals for 2020 are. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for stopping by, and